Do you think your dog truly loves you? It seems like a simple question, almost obvious. Most people would answer yes without even blinking. After all, he wags his tail when you arrive, sleeps by your side, follows you down the hallway, as if you might disappear at any moment. Of course he loves you, but what if I told you that loving and forming a deep bond are two completely different things, and that there is an enormous distance between a dog that likes you and a dog that has genuinely chosen you as the center of his life? Have you ever been through this, looking at your dog and feeling that there is something there, a connection that goes beyond food and walks, but not knowing exactly how to explain it? That feeling is not your imagination, it is real. And the science of animal behavior has shown with increasing clarity that dogs are capable of developing emotional bonds with their owners that rival in intensity the bonds that humans form with one another. The problem is that these bonds express themselves through a language that most people simply never learn to read. They are subtle signals, everyday gestures, behaviors that seem trivial at first glance, but that, when you understand what is happening in your dog's mind, reveal a surprising level of emotional attachment. Some of these signals you have probably already seen today. Maybe you ignored them, maybe you interpreted them completely wrong, and that is not your fault. For a long time, science underestimated the emotional lives of animals. For decades, researchers were reluctant to use words like love or attachment to describe what a dog feels for its owner. But that changed. Neuroimaging research has shown that the brains of dogs release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone present in humans when they interact with people they care about. In some studies, the levels found in dogs were comparable to those observed between mothers and their children. That is not poetry. That is physiology. But what does your specific dog feel for you? How do you know whether the bond between you is superficial or whether he truly sees you as a central, safe, and irreplaceable figure in his life? What you are about to discover may surprise you, because the greatest signs of canine attachment are rarely the most obvious ones. We are not talking about tail wagging or excited barking when you open the door. We are talking about far more specific behaviors, some of them so discreet that they pass completely unnoticed in everyday life. Stay with me until the end, because one of these signals in particular, the last one we will explore, is considered by many specialists in ethology and animal behavior to be one of the most powerful expressions of emotional attachment a dog can demonstrate. It is the kind of thing that, when you see it, completely changes the way you view your relationship with your animal, because understanding your dog's emotional language is not just a matter of curiosity. It is a way of deepening the bond, of responding better to his needs, and of realizing just how much this relationship is, in many ways, richer and more complex than we imagine. And it all begins by recognizing the signals he is already giving you right now. Before we continue, I need to pause here for a second, because if you made it to this point in the video, something tells me you are not just any owner. You are the type of person who is not satisfied with simply having a dog. You want to truly understand him, and that alone already makes all the difference in your animal's life. So let me ask you directly, as you were listening to all of this, did any behavior from your dog come to mind? That look he gives you from across the room for no apparent reason, the way he leans his body against you when something seems wrong, the way he waits by the door without even knowing what time you will be back. Have you ever stopped to think about what he is trying to tell you? With that, if this subject resonated with you, if it made you think of a specific moment with your dog, share it here in the comments. It can be a story, a memory, a behavior you had never interpreted this way before. This space is ours, for those who understand that the relationship with a dog is one of the most genuine things that exist. And every story shared here enriches this conversation in a way that no article or research can replace. And if this video already made you see something new about your dog, even if it is just a small spark of wow, I had never thought about that, leave a like right now. It is not a small gesture. When you like a video like this one, you are signaling to YouTube that this type of content matters, that it needs to reach more people. And do you know what that means in practice? It means that another owner somewhere will stop misreading their own dog, will notice a signal they were ignoring, will strengthen a bond that could have been fading, without anyone noticing. You will not see that impact, but it will happen, and it starts with one click from you right now. There is one more thing, and here I will be completely honest with you. No beating around the bush. If you love your dog and want to keep understanding what he truly feels, not superficially but genuinely with depth, this channel was made exactly for you. Every video here is built with a single goal: to show you signals, behaviors, and truths about the canine mind that most people spend their entire lives ignoring. Not because they are hard to see, but because no one ever stopped to explain what they mean. Subscribe now, because whoever truly learns to understand their own dog never looks at him the same way again. That look takes on new meaning. That gesture gains weight. That silent presence by your side begins to speak louder than any word ever could. And when that happens, the relationship between the two of you reaches another level, a level that few owners ever get to experience. Your participation here is what makes this channel grow and reach more people with this type of content. So, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and become part of this community of people who chose to understand before judging, who chose to see before ignoring. Now, with that said, let's get to what you came here for. He checks to see if you are still there. You know that moment when your dog is lying in the corner of the room, seemingly asleep, and suddenly lifts his head, looks at you for 2 seconds and lies back down. Most people pay absolutely no attention to that. It seems automatic. It seems meaningless. But there is a hidden truth in that simple gesture that completely changes the way you see the relationship between the two of you. He is not bored. He is not asking for attention. What is happening there is something much deeper. He is confirming that you are still nearby. And when his brain registers your presence, something beautiful happens. A kind of internal signal that says, everything is okay, you can relax. You are his emotional security, the foundation he needs to feel in order to exist in peace. This checking in happens several times throughout the day, almost always without the owner noticing. He moves to another room just to locate you. He wakes from a light nap and scans the environment until he finds you. It is not vigilance. It is reassurance. It is the silent impact that your presence has on your dog's emotional state of mind. Now think, how many times today did he do that and you simply did not see it? Comment here. I am his foundation. He celebrates you more than anything else. Think of a moment that happens almost every day. You open the door, walk inside, and he comes toward you as if the entire world just started making sense again, tail wagging non-stop. Little jumps, that whimper of excitement that seems like he just cannot control it. Most people smile, think it is cute, and move on. But what is behind that moment reveals something that goes far beyond an animated greeting. The reunion activates deep emotional circuits in your dog's brain, and what he is celebrating is not the door opening, not the routine returning, not the food that might come afterward. He is celebrating you, your specific presence, the impact that only you have on him. Research shows that many dogs display more excitement when they see their owner than when they receive treats. And for anyone who knows how much dogs love food, that is quite a revelation. This happens because you activated something in him that no toy or reward can replace, the feeling of emotional wholeness. His state of mind changes instantly when you appear. His world becomes whole again. This transformation happens in seconds, and it says more about the bond between the two of you than any other behavior throughout the day. Now, there is an even more silent signal, and perhaps for that very reason a more powerful one, that he shows when he feels he can be completely himself around you. Comment here. He chooses me every day. He comes to you when something goes wrong: fireworks, a heavy thunderstorm, a strange noise coming from the street. In those moments, have you ever watched what your dog does? Because the decision he makes in seconds, almost instinctive, almost automatic, reveals a hidden truth about the bond that exists between the two of you. Some dogs disappear. They go under the bed, crawl into a dark corner, seek isolation. But others do the opposite. They run directly to you. They press their body against you, climb onto your lap, stay glued to your leg as if you were the only fixed point in a world that suddenly became unstable. And that behavior is not random. It is a deep emotional decision. In his mind, you may have become the safest place in the world. Not a person, a place, a feeling. When everything around him triggers fear, his brain automatically seeks the strongest reference of safety he knows. And that reference carries your scent, your voice, your presence. This is what specialists call a secure base. The same concept studied in the psychology of human attachment. And when a dog chooses you as that base, the impact of that goes far beyond affection. It is total trust. It is his state of mind saying without words that you are the place where he can be vulnerable without fear. Think about how much weight that carries. Comment here. I am his safe place. He watches your emotions all the time. Something is happening right now that you have probably never stopped to consider. While you live your day, make your decisions, move through your moments, he is studying you. in silence, with a precision that most people completely underestimate. Dogs that are emotionally connected to their owner develop an impressive capacity for emotional reading. They monitor your face, your posture, the tone of your voice, your energy, not occasionally, constantly. And what lies behind that process reveals something fascinating. His brain was shaped over thousands of years of living alongside humans to interpret exactly the signals you send out without realizing it. When you come home carrying an invisible weight, he feels it. When your voice changes tone, he registers it. When you shut down, he moves closer. The hidden truth here is that many times he realizes you are sad before the other people around you even notice. Not because he is magical, but because he pays attention to you in a way that very few beings in the world do. This constant process of observation is a form of love that needs no words. It is pure presence. It is emotional impact manifesting itself in the most silent way possible. And when you understand this, you begin to realize that the connection between the two of you works in both directions, and that he also waits in his own way for you to see him in return. Comment here, he truly knows me. He tries to be part of everything you do. You are tidying the house and he stays by your side, following you from room to room for no apparent reason. You go to cook and he lies right in the middle of your path, as if that exact spot were the most important place in the world. You open your laptop to work and in less than 5 minutes he is there, leaning against your chair or resting his head on your lap. And there is no need to even mention the bathroom, because most owners have already given up on having any privacy. The question that lingers is, why does he insist on being present in activities that have absolutely nothing to do with him? The emotional revelation here is simple and at the same time transformative. For him, ordinary moments by your side are important events. There is no hierarchy among your activities in his mind. You folding laundry carries the same weight as a walk in the park, because what matters is not what you are doing. It is the fact that you are there. He is not being curious. He is not bored. He wants to be part of your routine because in the depths of his mind, belonging to your daily life is a form of love. It is the silent impact of someone who decided that where you are is where he wants to be. And when you start seeing it that way, even the most ordinary moments take on a different weight. That constant presence stops being funny and becomes what it always was, devotion. Comment here, he is part of everything. He trusts you in his most vulnerable moments. In the animal world, vulnerability is not weakness, it is a decision. One of the most significant a being can make, and it happens every day in your home in such a simple way that it is almost impossible to grasp the weight it carries. When he lies by your side and relaxes completely, when he shows his belly without hesitation, when he closes his eyes while you are nearby, when he falls into a deep sleep with you in the same room, each one of those moments is, in the depths of his mind, an act of absolute trust. In the animal world, exposing the belly means revealing the most fragile point of the body. It is a decision that goes against the survival instinct, and he does it in your presence, without fear, without hesitation, because the journey of living alongside you has built in him a certainty that very few beings are able to offer anyone, that he does not need to protect himself when you are around. This is one of the greatest revelations about the canine bond. It is not the tail wagging. It is not the celebration at the door. It is complete relaxation. It is total surrender. It is him saying, with his entire body, that you are the only place in the world where he can let his guard down completely. Think about how many people in your life make you feel that way, and then look at him. Now I want to show you something that completely changes the way you see everything you just discovered. Comment here, he truly trusts me. If you made it this far, you no longer look at your dog the same way. And there is no going back, because once you understand what lies behind every gesture, every look, every moment of silent presence, the relationship moves to another level. Not in a dramatic way, in a profound way. Now I want to hear from you. Does your dog do any of these behaviors? Which one moved you the most? Tell me here in the comments, because every story is unique, and when you share yours, you also help other people see their own dogs more clearly. I read everything, genuinely, and it is from your stories that I know which videos to make next, so write it down here. I really want to know. If this video made you notice something new about your dog, leave a like right now. Not because you have to, but because that simple gesture helps this content reach more people who love their dogs the same way you love yours. And in the end, more attentive owners means more dogs living better lives. You are part of that when you click. And if you love your dog and want to keep understanding what he truly feels, this channel was made for you. Every video here is a new layer of this journey. Signals that most people ignore, behaviors that seem simple but say everything. Subscribe now, because whoever truly understands their own dog never looks at him the same way again. There is a video right here on the side that complements exactly what we just explored. Click it and keep going with me over there.